In 2014, a group of local government pioneers decided to test whether common data standards could change the way local public services are delivered. Could they open the door to new ways of working, where digital systems could talk to each other and councils could switch between providers more easily than ever before?
In local government at the moment, you've actually got you've got a sort of pseudo-digital culture. You've got a situation where you have elements which are digitised. You do not have automation. And without automation, you're not actually realising the benefits of digitisation.
Data standards are the underlying rules that help software systems to communicate. When systems are built to the same data standard, they can talk to each other more easily without the need for manual intervention. So services could be improved and many millions saved. At the moment, councils and suppliers design systems in all sorts of different ways, which incur large costs in negotiating contracts, systems integration, handling customer contact, and reporting.
People, in particular from Local Gov Digital, started an initiative around waste services. So waste services seemed like a sensible starting point because they were already looking at transforming that service.
The project was led by the Local Digital Programme at the Department for Communities and Local Government.
Throughout this programme, we've brought lots of local authorities together, and they've helped us to understand that there are a number of common problems that could be solved once.
One of the more interesting aspects of the outcomes of this project for me was whether you can actually get councils to collaborate without any sort of formal shared service agreement or formal partnership. Can you just get people together in a room, to start building this stuff out?
We have tried for the first time to map out a methodology for local authorities to collaborate. We mapped out a project plan, we had some key milestones, and we were able to tell local authorities in advance what the commitment would be.
The team built the project plan around 3 distinct phases: discovery, alpha, and beta. In the discovery phase, the team visited each of the 5 participating local authorities. They spoke to all the key managers involved in transforming waste services.
The discovery phase essentially tried to highlight where information wasn't flowing effectively. What are the common information flow problems in waste management?
We get around 5,000 calls a year into our call centre to do missed bins, 4,000 visits to the website. We know there is a real appetite there for people to do something online. We're just not enabling at the moment.
Having identified miscollection reporting as a common pain point, in the alpha phase, the team aimed to create practical building blocks to reimagine this part of the service.
One of the key ones I've seen from today is just simply the taxonomy, the standardisation of reference terms across all the industries.
As well as the early technical standards, a first version of the business case was produced and shared at a public alpha showcase, projecting serious savings. An important feature of this project has been to document the process as openly and accessibly as possible.
After we showcased what starter standards and resources that we'd come up with, it became a lot easier to talk to other authorities about what we were trying to achieve. They understood it better.
And so the fact that everything's been published openly and all the kind of details of it have been put out onto GitHub and onto the project website is great, because we can go and pick up all the documentation, and understand the technical details.
The beta phase aimed to demonstrate the standard in action. Though 5 local authorities took part in the project, the 10-month timeframe was a challenge.
Part of the reason that we chose 5 was to make sure we had a diverse representative group, but also part of the reason was that we knew all 5 wouldn't manage to align all the stars that need to be aligned.
It has been key to have a mix of people from the service and from the technical aspects and from customer services. It really does need to be like a team sport, as it were. One
live and working demo for reporting missed collections and collection day lookups was shown by Luton Borough Council.
So basically it says
What's been done for Luton, it works and it's definitely sustainable, but really to get the best out of that, what we'd want to do is actually bring it into our own products. And then you've got authorities who've actually got a truly interoperable set of interfaces.
The final version of the business case predicts that councils could save hundreds of millions over 14 years, the average length of 2 procurement cycles. If every council were to adopt the standard, they could expect to save between £120,000 and £220,000 a year, and above average sized councils could save even more. In total, the team spoke to 90 UK councils, 41 suppliers, and 23 related networks over a period of 10 months. With budgets stretched and new business models emerging through the devolution agenda, this is a timely project for many.
The future of local digital services, I think you could kind of reverse it and say that the future of local services is digital.
There's a very big issue around pushing the importance of integration at the national level.
The paper chases that were created inside organisations as well, and the rekeying and so forth, all of those things are just not possible. So we have to transform every part of our service that can be transformed into a digital service.
Beyond improved services, common data standards have other knock-on effects.
When you start building standards, you can then expose those standards to anybody who wants to build a service or build a product or an application, and that actually means that the market can start to evolve and can start to innovate.
It's almost a sort of no-brainer that we sort of take this on board and almost sort of lead if we can.
It won't take anything to force us down that route. Commercially, it would be suicide not to adopt it anyway.
This project marks a first attempt to realise the benefits of common data standards and platform thinking in a local public service from end to end. What lessons could inform similar work in the future?
This stuff is really hard, really hard. But also there is a real will, for this to happen within the sector.
We need to invest a little bit in coordinating the team so that people understand what they're committing to, and someone's driving it, someone's establishing some milestones and pushing to make those milestones and demonstrate iteratively and often.
You can see how this one API could actually be replicated into all sorts of other settings and form the baseline really as to what we're trying to achieve across the local government community to serve our customers better.
This video is part of a series of outputs to share the learnings from this project. For more information, visit the Local Waste Service Standards project page.